It's a real pleasure to address you, the graduating class of 2015. As I reflected on my message for you today, I was led to think back on my own life. To this day, when I'm asked, where did I grow up? I pause before I answer. It's not that I don't recall that I spent my first 18 years in Concord, Massachusetts, graduating from high school there nearly 4 decades ago. What causes me to pause is the concept of growing up. For most of us, graduation from high school is the moment in time when we transition from daily dependence on our parents, our teachers, our coaches, and yes, our principal, to relative independence and autonomy. Arguably, this is when we begin to grow up, or perhaps to grow into ourselves. In fact, most of us need distance in order to find ourselves, to realize our full potential. We're wired for this. It's why teenagers push away from their parents. In my case, that transition took me to California, where I found gradually, over time, I was able to figure out who I was without my parents and without familiar teachers and friends. But it's not about the miles from home. Indeed, many of you will be taking advantage of the fine academic institutions in the greater Washington area. It's about the autonomy and independence in decision-making. This is a journey that continues through life. Like any journey, each step is cumulative, depending upon those that came before. And here's the rub. You're moving into a time of life when you're called upon to push yourselves in new directions, to try new things, and yet you need to be discerning in the choices you make. You need to maintain the forward movement that got you to this point. During your time at McLean, you have grown and learned so much. You've mastered academic content and developed core competencies. You've benefited from an exceptional group of teachers who've taught you well. You're terrifically positioned for your next steps. And like so many McLean graduates before you, you are prepared to achieve great things. You also have a secret weapon. You have a set of tools not available to most students you will meet in college. You have the gift of self-knowledge. You know about yourselves as learners and what it takes for you to succeed. Organizational skills, self-advocacy, areas of passion, and unusual ability. And if your mind works like many of those who graduate from McLean, in the workplace you may find that you bring more creativity and independent insight than the average student. Thinking patterns that make school challenging often open doors to new solutions in the real world. Please put your knowledge and unique abilities to good use. Determine your goals and work hard to achieve them. Stay on track, and if you need assistance, seek it out. Whatever adventures life holds for you, I hope that you'll remember McLean as the place where you grew up, and the place that launched you in your next phase of growth. Please stay in touch and visit often. I hope to see you at next year's graduation.